Good morning. Another day starting in the seed warehouse here. We've treated some boxes last night. We got to pull our samples, get the lids put on, stack these up out of the way, and then we're going to load up the trailer and make a seed delivery. Go figure. Same thing we do every day, right? Yeah, pretty much. Sales rep Tony was here yesterday sorting out the soybean plot seed. That pallet is all of mine. So these two pallets here, one orange bags of the corn and blue bags of the beans. That's the plot seed that I get for this year for my dealership. Essentially, they're all plots that I'm going to plant. The beans all go up here. They're going to go in this field just between the farm and here. And then I actually have two corn variety plots, and then we've got a G by E by M, or genetics by environment by management plot. That's like the high yield standard practice one that we did last year, and they gave me I think 6 bags of seed to do that plot. So we've got that separated off to the side here. We've got to dig a few bags of corn out for this customer that we're going to deliver to. So my corn is all over here. My dealership's corn, that corn is the warehouse account stuff. So we've had to keep it very separate, and we've done a pretty good job of that, but we've got to dig through there and find what we need for this morning. All right, well, there's the pile of corn that needs to go with me this morning. In our 7 boxes, I've got everything staged. We're ready to back a trailer in, get her loaded up. I hope we don't get more rain today. There's chances this afternoon, but we got water everywhere already. Although it's gone down over there in that low ground over there. There was water there the other day. It's gone. That's good. Our tile are running. Okay, well, we made our seed delivery. I've got Brayson with me today. Why don't you have school today?
It's kindergarten screening.
Kindergarten screening, but you're already in kindergarten. When they're doing their kindergarten screening for next year, so they let the kindergartners stay home today because they need the classrooms for the prospective new students, I guess. So yeah, we have got Brayson hanging out today. We made our delivery. We've got that seed off. We've got 2 more boxes to come to this guy. We are right across the block from our Berky farm, so I think we'll just swing in there real quick just to see what's going on, check everything out. And then we're gonna head back. Brayson and I might go get haircuts today, both of us, if we can get in and do it. So we'll see. So we just wanted to get out and take a look around stuff here a little bit, make sure everything's okay. My boat is in the Quonset hut over here. I haven't looked at it since I put it there. Hoping there's not a raccoon living in it. Got something there. There's the boat. Let's see what it looks like. Exactly like I left it. Cool. Good deal. Our new tires and everything. Oh, that was an ordeal bringing it down here. Okay. Well, we got to put fenders back on at some point, but yep, looks good. All our empty wagon storage. Let's go check the other barns, Brayson. Oh, look, there's a nice draper head in our 3rd semi-truck down there. Yeah, you can see through the barn wall, can't you? Yeah, that's the next thing that has to get addressed. We fixed up this barn a lot last summer, put a new roof on that slope. Dad put steel on the front, put the soffit in all the way around, did a lot of work outside. And it looks really nice, but yeah, that wall over there still needs addressed. Our air seeder and our corn head and the 4440 down here. So everything looks fine in here. The old A, is it an A? In the corner over there? Yeah. Still got our new scraper pan down here that Dad used. We tiled this farm last year, and he was using it for dressing some stuff up along the ditch. We were going to bring it home here a week or so ago, But Dad was walking the ditch over there where we put in some mains, and there was some stuff that had settled and blown out, and so he decided that he needed to use it a little bit this spring before we come down here and fit this down and plant it. So this one is not going to be fun to farm this year because the tile lines all go across the rows and they're going to settle, and it's going to be rough, but it's okay. It'll only take a year or two and we'll get it worked out of there. So grain system, everything looks good. Let's go home, Brayson. Oh yeah, we put those tanks in there a year ago. Those are 2,500 gallon a piece tanks. We had 28 in them for a very short time, and then Dad sprayed the wheat down here and used it up, and we got our downspout put back in. We fill those off of the rainwater, and they're both about 2/3 of the way full, so that's good when we need some water down here to spray our crops after we plant. We'll have it. There's some of our wheat fields down here. They got a really nice stand, but it's a little yellow looking. We just need some heat. We've got the nitrogen on it. It should green right up as soon as it starts to warm up, but since we put the nitrogen on, it's rained and been cold. Not getting it into the plant very fast. We'll see. It looks decent. We just need it to start growing. Brayson and I got back from delivering that trailer load of seed, checking stuff out at Berky. And we're kind of killing some time until we have to go to town. So I'm sorting out some stuff for tomorrow and realized that one of the deliveries that I had all lined up and set up for tomorrow, I don't have all the seed. I can't take it. I have part of it, but I don't have all of it. And I have part of every variety, which is why I thought that I had all of it, but not enough of the one variety. So we had to cancel that one. There was another guy I was going to take to on that same trip. I'm debating whether I take him his stuff tomorrow still. And try and combine it with another one, or if I postpone him as well until I get all of that stuff because it's easier. I don't know, but we're gonna get the pile ready to go. There's another farm up in that general direction that I can take stuff to, so we're gonna try and do that one tomorrow, which means we've got 4 boxes of beans that got to get treated today, so we're gonna do that later this afternoon. But right now we're getting the corn and the bag beans sorted out that we need. We've got the corn sorted out for 3 customers that we're taking to tomorrow. So that's done. We do have a few paper bags of beans to sort out yet. Some of them are easy because it's that pallet. That's good. But then we need 25 bags from one of the piles clear back in there. So we'll have to dig those out. We're going to do them later. And then we've got 4 boxes to treat. And we'll have what we need for tomorrow. So a little last minute change of plans with having all that stuff for the one guy, but that is what it is. It'll be fine. We're making progress. Also, I got the treatment list from the guy that has those 2 boxes and all of the seed over here in the lean-to, because this is all full. So I know what we're going to put on these. We can get all of them treated, which is good. That'll be a nice one to get done and work on when we get a second to do it. Maybe Saturday. Okay, I had to send an email to one of my customers real quick with an updated order for him because he wanted it. And while I was doing so, I checked my email. And 10 minutes prior to me checking it, I got an email that the order that I had just sorted out and was just planning on taking tomorrow has changed. And I don't have everything that he wants now. So now we can't take that one either because I don't have all of that seed either. Super frustrating. So I guess tomorrow morning we're not going to deliver seed because don't have anything to go. I got 100 bags, paper bags to go to one guy, but it's not a full trailer load and there's 2 other people in the same direction. I don't want to make the trip if I can't take it all at once, so that's frustrating for me, but whatever, it is what it is. I guess we can treat beans in the morning tomorrow. We've got a delivery for the afternoon, but I got 1,500 units of beans to treat that I know what needs to be on them, or more, 2,000, so we'll get started with that, I guess. I don't know. Brayson and I are on our way to lunch, and what else are we going to do? What else are we going to do? You don't remember? Get our haircuts. That's right. We need it. It's getting bad. All right. We'll see you in a little bit. Hold on. Look, we got a haircut. Check out Brayson's cool new haircut. What do you think?
I like it.
You like it? Yeah. All right. See you, dude. Yeah. Mama just got home from work and getting brother from school, so they're in the house, so he's going up. Okay. All right. So here's where we're at with seed stuff. Yesterday afternoon, I called 4 people. Well, 3 people, 4 accounts. 2 people get their seed taken to the same place. That's what I had lined up for delivery tomorrow. The afternoon stuff, we still have and is still going. That is these 7 boxes and that pallet of corn. That's the 2 accounts, 1 location. Can't take that until 3:30 tomorrow. The morning, we had this pallet of corn, or these 2 pallets of corn stacked up here, some paper bagged beans that we have that could go. That's 1 customer. Problem was the other customer was supposed to get this pallet and 4 boxes that we were going to treat. After I sorted that stuff out and right before we left, I got an email saying that he had changed his order with the new stuff. I don't have all of the new seed that he was looking for, so we can't take that tomorrow. Because this guy's like an hour and 15 minutes away where that stuff goes, he's up in that direction too. Wait, no, that's not even right. That's not even right. Is it? No, that's not even right. The guy that I had called yesterday was another one that's up in the same direction as the 2 stacked up there. But he's the one that I don't have all of his corn. He's got a bunch of conventional corn in here, non-traded stuff, and I have a whole lot of it. I thought I had it all, like that's what this pallet is, but there's one variety that he gets like 70 bags of, and I only have 30 something of them. So I'm waiting on 40 some bags of that variety to come in yet, and I saw that I had some. I assumed it was all of it because he's the only one that got that. So why they shipped me part of it, not all of it at once, I don't understand. I don't know. So that scratched that one off the list, and he's the closest to where these other 2 pallets go. But then, since I couldn't take that, I started looking at my map, and I'm like, oh, well, this guy's in that same general direction. I've got all of his stuff. We'll take it. And that's the one that then changed last minute. So now we can't take that. There's no reason for me to take those 2 pallets and a pallet of beans up that direction and have to make another partial trip with a trailer. So I called him and said, no, we're not going to do that. And I thought, well, let's just call one of my customers. So I have a customer that has some untreated boxes. We're going to take them. So what we need to do now is probably move all of these so that we can get in here, because I know he gets some of these, and we'll just have to sort through and find the beans that go to that particular customer. He's got a few bags of corn that are over here in that pile that we've got to sort out. We're going to get that stuff out so we can get it loaded up in the morning and go relatively quickly. And then in the afternoon, we'll take that other load that we've got sitting over there. That's the current plan. I see tracks in our driveway. Would lead me to believe there's parts out here in our little parts shed. I'm waiting on some stuff for the planter. I'll assume it's in this box labeled Borderview Farms. Also, Phil's loading trucks. That's all he's been doing for the last month straight, hauling grain. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It would be a better thing if the markets would, come up a little bit and we actually could sell something for a halfway decent price, but it's what it is at this point. Okay, so since we got my parts, these are what I was waiting for. These are a little adapter for hose. It's hose barb on one side, push connect on the other, and we've got some small, this is 5mm plastic tubing that connects to one side of that. And essentially, the biggest complaint that I had with this planter last year, our first year using it, was that my in-furrow fertilizer nozzles didn't get the fertilizer down in the ground far enough, and it splashed all over the inside of our closing wheels. We had a lot of buildup in here, right? And so, one of the things that I'm doing to try and fix that is we're going to convert this over to a different style of tubing there. We're going to use that small tube to try and extend those and get them down into the soil a little bit farther. So there's a zip tie that kind of holds that in place there. I'm cutting that, pulling it out if I can get it. Holy cow. Come on. Anyway, we're going to pull that tube out of there. All the way out like that. I got to get that zip tie out. Ooh, there we go. And then we're going to basically cut it off up here. A little tubing cutter. And then take this and put it in there, which is almost guaranteed a two-hand job. Okay, so we got that up there. So now we're going to take this and put it up through that hole. Again, might be a two-hand job. there. And then we're going to make this connection, and this just pushes in there. Okay. And then we're going to figure out how exactly we want that routed, but we're going to put it back in that holder, and we're going to zip tie this together again so it squeezes it in there, which we might have to cut off a piece of this and run that little one through it just so we can pinch it better, because them holders are too big. But then we're going to put another zip tie around it, and the idea is that we keep it a little bit longer, which should get it down in the soil a little bit farther. These were not long enough to pull any tighter, and also that it will restrict it enough to create a little bit of pressure, which should make the stream shoot down into the trench a little bit better, rather than just kind of dribbling and splashing out everywhere. So we'll see how it works, but that's my idea to try and fix this right now. Something like that. So there's a spot for a zip tie a little bit farther up there. I zip tied it to secure it, which should maybe keep that hose back a little bit, and I don't know if it'll prevent some rocks from getting caught in there. Last year that was one of the problems, is we had rocks get stuck in here sometimes that would make the closing wheel stop turning. Having that hose be farther away and a little more flexible might prevent some of that. But then I took a cut off piece of that hose and stuck the other one through it, and we got it sticking down a little bit farther. So I don't know if that'll solve our problem or not, but we're going to give that a shot. Okay, well, we went through and did what I needed to do there. We're basically done with the corn planter at this point. We need to grease everything. That's kind of the last thing that I had left, and then we've got to get it hooked up to the tractor. We've got to bleed all the downforce hydraulic circuits, and we got a lot of setup stuff to do once we get it hooked up, and we can take it outside and unfold it and do that kind of stuff. But in the shop work, I think we're pretty well ready to go. We've replaced the openers. We've made sure they're adjusted right. The gauge wheels are all adjusted right. The bearings have been checked. The improvements that we needed to make to the in-furrow fertilizer system. We've got our test parts put on that I can't talk about. We've got our 360 rain antenna installed up there, so that stuff is all good. We do have to mount a base station up in that field where that 360 rain is going to go, and we got to get that done soon. So that's kind of climbing the priority list. Maybe the end of next week or the first of the following week we'll try and do it. I'm still waiting to hear from our well driller on whether or not we're actually going to get a well this year, so that's kind of been the hold up there. All right, we got that loaded up and ready to go for in the morning. So this goes to one of my customers fairly close. Same direction where a lot of the seed's been going that I've been hauling out of here, but not as far as all of them. So we'll get that one out in the morning, and then we should have a little bit of time. I hear the guy that bought the 512 disc ripper from us like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whenever it was that I had it listed, is coming to pick it up tomorrow around noon. So we should be here for that. And then we're going to get these 7 boxes and that pallet of corn loaded up for tomorrow. That one's a little bit farther away, not terrible, but we can't be there until 3:30 in the afternoon, so probably leave here 2:45, 3 o'clock, something like that, and head that way. And that'll clear up a little bit more space. And so Tony's coming tomorrow to get this plot seed. So the deal with the plot seed is I'm kind of just the shipping point. They send it all in on those green wrapped pallets that we had here, and then it gets broken down to every one of the dealers or whoever's doing the plots within my sales rep's district. So northwest corner of Ohio. I don't know how many counties or big of an area he covers, but basically this is the plot seed for all of his territory. So this stuff over here actually goes to one of my customers that does a plot for us. My stuff is over there. The rest of this he is going to take and distribute. So he took a little bit of it today, said he would be back tomorrow with his trailer. Tomorrow's supposed to be really nice weather, so can haul stuff outside, and he's going to load up a bunch of this and take it with him. So I'm going to let him clean this up a little bit and get a bunch of it, and then we've got all of those boxes in that lean-to and those 2 boxes that can be treated. I'm still waiting on 3 boxes for that customer. But the majority of them are here and ready to be treated, and we can start working on that. So I might do that some this weekend. I got to make a couple of phone calls tomorrow and see what we can get lined up for that stuff for next week. I've got a couple of guys in mind that I would like to do towards the beginning of the week if it's not raining, maybe even Monday morning. So we'll see if we can get them lined up, but that's just going to take a little bit of planning, and we'll see what we got to treat for him or for them. Yeah, I've got my lists here. All right, now, before I get out of here, I'm fairly certain we have enough today to post a video, so tomorrow's will either be a separate or I won't make a video tomorrow, depending on how busy things are. In which case, this may be the last video I post before Monday. And I don't know how big of a deal this is across the rest of the country, but around here, Monday is a pretty big deal because it is April 8th, and there is a solar eclipse Monday afternoon coming through here. We're on the edge of it. We're not in totality here at our farm. Our Berky farm misses totality by literally a mile or two. It's very, very close. Now, I hear that the difference between being in totality and being at 99% is drastic. And so this is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing for me. I'm probably going to drive and find somewhere in totality. I have a couple of family members that are just into it enough that we'll be able to see it. So there's a pretty good chance we're going to go and do that. And I'm hoping to make a whole video and day of the solar eclipse stuff. It'll be a little bit different, but my goal is to take some GoPros and my cameras and try and do a time lapse maybe. I don't know if I need to try and get a filter set up on a camera lens, and I don't know. I've never experienced one, so we're going to go and film it and see what it looks like. That's the goal. Now, there's a pretty good chance it's going to be cloudy. May ruin the whole thing. I don't know. I have heard that, oh boy, even if it is cloudy, it's still a pretty cool experience. We got a bunch of boxes. Seed business name on them. Wonder what's in them. Anyway, so look for that on Monday or Tuesday morning, I guess. And we'll see how this weekend goes. If I don't make a video tomorrow or we're just delivering, I don't have enough stuff, maybe on Saturday if I'm out there treating, I'll do a live stream or something like that to try and, just have something to put out there. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody. If I don't see you tomorrow, thanks. Like, subscribe, all those good things. And we'll see you at some point over the weekend or next week or whenever. Buckets. It's my Grow Pack AI. This is my seed talc replacer stuff from Ag Explorer it's a different formula, but it's basically what I used last year that I really liked. I thought that stuff was really good. So, there.